Oops.
All right, Rob, get ready. Green, let's go, let's go.
On your right, clear right. On your left, clear left. Car left. Hold your line. Clear left. On your left, clear left.
Start's okay, let's get stuck in. Incident in turn 3. Looks like it's Shay.
Whoa,
Need to
Jesus!
slow down, give back some time. There's an incident, turn 5.
Car right, clear right.
Oh,
Right
Jesus.
side, clear right.
Holy fuck me sideways. I don't know what to say after that. Bloody hell. That was a slightly pucker moment. Now, I have no fucking clue if I'm damaged. But I will endeavour to catch back up with the cars ahead. Alright, so we just about survived lap 1. I think I got a slight nibble from behind. I think we mostly survived. One of my teammates has unfortunately dropped.
You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1.
Just need to calm down and try and get into a rhythm. Oh, running wide.
Stay between the lines, please, Rob.
Oh. Oh, big stutter there. Another stutter.
The leader has just done a 142.81.
Oh, thank you all for watching. Hopefully I can catch up with the cars ahead. Also, I need to try and not put my tyres as well.
Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace.
Turn. Decent gaggle of cars ahead. Even get into their draft and try and make up some spots.
Last lap was a 144.37. Sector 3 is 0.34 off the pace.
Ooh. Honestly, don't know how we survived that
Sector 1 is 0.37
that first lap
off the pace.
incident. Say. Gonna melt the tyres if I keep going into corners like that.
Incident in turn 15. It looks like Mason. Yellow flag. Caution.
So there's another spot, but again it's a faster car, so they're eventually going to overtake me.
17. That last lap was a 144.59. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Okay, Rob.
Abby, as always, thank you all for watching. It's very much appreciated. Still calming down myself from those first lap shenanigans.
Looks like P4 has gone off in turn 5. Sector 1 is 0.45 off the pace. We predict your refuel window will open after 27 minutes and closes after 39 minutes.
Sorry if I don't talk much, guys. This is a very hectic track, so it's barely any time to stop and think. So.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
Car right, clear right.
Defend your position, don't let him through. You're quicker than you entering the chicane.
I think they're quicker than me entering everywhere.
That was 144.66.
On your right. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Don't know how long I'm going to be able to hold him off for.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. lap to Johnson. Ahead is now 2.0 seconds.
Running wide.
Okay, Rob, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. He's quicker than you into the chicane.
On your right. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right.
Assuming that was netcode. Trying to keep up with these guys, but they're all bloody fast. Pulling away from the cars behind though, which is good.
P17, push now, we need more speed.
I'm pushing as hard as I can, spotter.
He's all over you. Keep your exit speeds up, stay smooth. He's faster than you into turn 1.
Ooh.
You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1.
Good fair racing though, so it's obviously all very good practice for me. Will help blowing some of the cobwebs off. Gotta be careful of the off tracks though. Someone's pitting. At the moment I'm in clear air, so I'd rather just continue as I am. Because the problem is if I pit too early, I could come out in the middle of traffic and that isn't good.
Sector 1 is 0.44 off the pace. Okay, Rob. Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth. No mistakes. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace.
Missed that apex by about a fifth of a mile. I'm going to try and go for the undercut. I'm just going to continue on as I am.
You've just done a 144.82.
As always, thank you all for watching, it's very much appreciated. Hopefully I can catch up with these guys. Make up a few more spots.
The next car is Johnson. Sector 1 is 0.41 off the pace.
Brake too early, went to turn in too early.
The gap to Mason,
It's not doing my tyres any good.
3.4.
And Claire behind me is catching at a rapid rate of knots.
Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace.
She is faster though, so it's to be... It's obviously going to happen.
The gap to Johnson in front is now 1.4 seconds.
Trying to catch the car ahead.
That lap was a 144.87. Sector 3 is 0.28 off the pace. Your lap times are increasing. Come on, keep your focus.
Doing my best, Spotter, doing my best. Which obviously my spotter isn't particularly keen on.
Sector 1 is 0.29 off the pace.
Oh,
Incident in turn 5. You think it might be Johnson?
she's swept. Had absolutely nowhere to go there. I just aimed for the gap that was rapidly disappearing and did my best Will Smith from Independence Day impression.
Sector 2 is 1.1 off the pace.
Oh, that's another spot. Keep going too hot into that corner now. Definitely second through there. Third, I just understeer.
2.2 seconds. Alright, Rob, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. V12. That lap time was 145.52. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
Well, we'll keep pushing though. You never know what will happen with the rest of the race. As we just saw with Bought SimSport there, that was the guy that crashed. See, he did the right thing and he held his brakes, so...
Sector 1 is 0.32 off the pace.
Well, that's an off pit.
Gap to Mason, behind is now 1.7.
I'm thinking I might hit now because we're going to lose time letting Claire by. So I might as well just go and get the pit stop out of the way.
Watch your speed. Pit lane speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Take on our fuel and we'll head back out, see how we go.
There's traffic approaching. Watch your mirrors.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Lost out to Richard, unfortunately. Still got a nice big gap to the cars behind, which is good. So I just concentrate on trying to keep up with these two and see where we end up.
Turn 5. Yellow flag. Keep your wits about you, mate.
Another blinker.
Car ahead is Shay.
Can we keep Wayne behind us is the new question.
B23.
The two aheader pulling away slowly. Don't think I've got the speed to keep up with them, unfortunately. Now, admittedly, I didn't lose too much to Richard because he did pit earlier than me. Still, I don't quite think I can lap as fast as he can, so... But luckily we got a big gap after the guy behind us. We got a big gap, so we don't have to worry about those guys. So we can concentrate forward. He's trying to go for a no stopper. If he's down here with me, then it's not going to work. Because I randomly start catching him at random parts of the tracks where I really shouldn't be, so I think it's fuel saving.
We've got plenty of fuel.
Either that or he's got damage, one of the two.
91.
We are slightly pulling away from the car behind, which is always good.
You're a 10th off in Sector 1. Within the track limits.
Turn, you bastard. I'm gonna have melted tyres by the time I've finished. Keep going into every corner like that.
The gap to Shea ahead is now 0.8.
So I don't know if it's because
20 seconds.
Dylan is pressuring him, but at the moment Richard isn't pulling away, so good sign. Eventually Dylan's going to get past him, so we'll hopefully be around to capitalise on any unfortunate incidents. Well, I don't know how many people ahead have pitted. I know Richard has because he was behind us.
0.8 off the pace.
There could still be a few people ahead of us that haven't pitted yet.
Just done at 145.09. Sector 3 is 0.45 off the pace.
Oh, nearly went in a bit too hot there. Apparently that's the fastest I've gone through that corner.
You're a 10th off the pace in Sector 1.
So I've got 20 minutes to go, so I'm assuming that there is some people ahead who haven't pitted yet. So we should make up a few more spots.
Come on, head up. Keep your focus further down the track. 20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left. Okay, Rob, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. Your lap time was at 1:44.76. Sector 3 is 0.45 off the pace.
It's a clear jump to soar. But yeah, I think there's at least one driver up ahead that hasn't pitted.
There's an incident in turn 5. It looks like it's Lob.
I think Lob had pitted either, so that's good for us. I think he was behind us at one point.
Sector 1 is 0.38 off the pace. Yellow flag, caution. There's an incident in turn 9. We think it might be Blanc.
So I'm pretty sure that was one of the cars that
ahead is now
hasn't pitted yet.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
Wayne, I think, made another mistake, so we don't have any pressure from behind anymore. Jeez.
Turn 14. It looks like Blanc.
There's another close shave. Oh.
20th place. Your last lap time was at 1:45.11. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
Still got plenty of fuel, so don't have to worry about that.
Incident in turn 5. We think it might be Cook.
Well, we'll keep pushing because we might be able to make up a few more spots just by being in close proximity to people battling. Definitely not going to get O'Shea. Even fuel saving, he's still faster than I am. So
Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. We've just cut the track.
yes, I know, spotter, I know. Slowly losing touch to these cars ahead now.
In front is now 1.0 seconds.
It was annoying, but there's not much I can do. Pushing as hard as I can. Luckily, behind me is nice and clear, so don't have to worry about anyone attacking from behind.
Sector 1 is 0.34 off the pace.
Turn, you shit.
Okay, Rob, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Just managed to stay on track there and not getting off track. Whew. We've got a fair amount of the race to go. I think most pit stops should be done by now.
The leader, Scott, is pitting. Sector 1 is 0.40 off the pace.
Got to be careful now. I'm starting to wreck up the.
Warning. Keep it tidy, please, Rob.
Starting to rack up the instant points now. I'm starting to lose contact with these cars ahead. I'm just driving too hard at the moment. Just pushing further than I can actually drive.
P20.
Luck living at the moment, I'm fast enough to stay ahead of Wayne. So, unless I do something horribly stupid,
You're reeling Shay in the gaps now.
we
1.6
should be able to
seconds.
stay in 20th.
The leader is pitting now.
I'm assuming that the last few pit stops will be
Sector
happening
1 is
round about now.
0.38 off the pace.
So, if there is anyone ahead that hasn't pitted yet, then we'll find out soon, but I don't think so. I think everyone ahead of me is, or anyone that is ahead of me now that wasn't beforehand has already pitted. So, we've just got to try and keep up with these two.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the
Let's
pace.
see if we can make up any spots near
Scott
the end.
is now in the lead. We'll be warned about track limits.
Yes, I know, spotter. Now, I did just hear some beepy beeps, so I think that means someone's in the pits. I don't know if we're going to be close enough to capitalise on that, though.
There's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
No, we're not. Although we should get ahead of this guy. Yeah, it was Tyson that we weren't ahead of. Oh, I went in way too hot. So that should be us up to 19th. But yeah, I lost time to Tyson as well because he was just ahead of us when SimSport spun. That mistake into turn 1 cost me a bunch of time though.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Okay, Rob, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Not sure how many spots I've made up. but I think I've made up a couple.
Relax, focus, keep it smooth. P19. Your lap time was 1:45.15.
Looks like
Okay,
Wayne
Rob,
made
that's
another
good
mistake because
consistency.
he's
Keep
dropped
it up.
even
Sector
further
3
back.
is 0.34
I
off
think
the
that
pace.
Ferrari round here
The
is a
gap
bit of a
to
death trap.
Shea ahead is now 2.2 seconds. Sector 1 is 0.46 off the pace.
I think the only way we're making up any more spots is if people crash or run out of fuel. But I will most certainly keep pushing. See if we can find any more spots, just in case.
Sector 2 is 0.30 off the pace.
Went in a tad bit too deep there. Thank you everyone who is still tuning in, it's very much appreciated.
You've just done a 1:44.72. Sector 3 is 0.47 off the pace. The gap to Shea ahead is now 2.0. There's an incident in Zone 5.
So that's up here, so there's a big one, it might be a
Sector
spot.
1 is 0.37 off the pace.
Doesn't look like it. Assume the person carried on. Now,
Alright,
they may
Rob,
have damaged
got
the
10
car and
minutes
just
of fuel
escaped
remaining.
straight to the pits. So we'll find out when we cross the line if that was the case. Or it could have been a back marker that's done that, so. They haven't pulled as far away from me as I thought they would, which I think is good. It shows I have some pace, but obviously I've still got a lot to work on to be up fighting with them properly and regularly.
The gap to Shea in front
Oh,
is now
pushed way too hard there.
1.9.
We're perfectly fine on fuel as well, so we don't have to worry about that. Now just about getting to the end.
Okay, Rob, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Don't think about the lap
Oh,
times,
shit.
just hit each and every apex. Sector 1 is 0.44 off the pace. The car in front of us is now Shea.
It always has been, it's just he's blinking.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
Keeping the gap to the car behind roughly around 9
That lap was at
seconds.
1:45.12.
So that's good. I think we've got roughly two laps maybe. 3 max I would say. So we'll see if anyone's underfueled. I know I haven't, so we're good on that front.
P19. There's an incident in turn 9. It looks like Blanc.
Yeah, wake up, Cyril.
In that back marker is getting in everyone's way. There's a spot. He's not going to make it on fuel. I think he tried to no stop and it didn't work. So there's a free spot for us.
P18. That lap time was 1:45.18. Sector 3 is 0.48 off the pace.
I'll take any spots I can get.
There's an incident in turn 4. Alright, Rob. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. Yellow flag.
And Corey has run out of fuel. So there's another spot.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
White flag. Just got to survive one more lap and we'll be good.
P17. One more lap to go. That lap was at 1:45.00. Your lap times are pretty consistent. We're running on fumes, mate. Sector 3 is 0.46 off the pace.
It's not entirely accurate, we've still got 1.9 laps left, so. But do people ahead have the same amount of fuel left? We shall find out in the next 40 odd seconds.
Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace.
Oopsie daisy.
Yellow flag. Watch out. There's an incident in the chicane.
Someone else has stopped. Even they ran out of fuel. Could also just be a back marker. We shall find out at the line though. We're currently 17th. Will we be 16th when we cross the line?
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Very little fuel left.
I think we will, because that name was ahead of us.
right in, turn 1. Looks like it's Scott and Cook. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
Well, there we go. Where do we finish? 16th? Yep, 16th it is.
That's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate.
Hey, I think that was good, spotter. Don't know how many spots we made up, but I think that was good.